Hi everyone, I am the Super High Priestess, and I'm going to be doing a reading on the Divine Feminine's current situation for June 2020. I already pre-shuffled the cards, I got them all laid out, and I'm ready to go. So the first card that I got for the Divine Feminine is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords lets me know that you are in your boss mode element, if that makes any sense to you. I feel like you are feeling like extremely independent. Maybe in the past you were maybe depending on people. It could be like you were depending on your family, you're depending on a spouse, you're depending on I don't know, just anyone that like, coworker, anyone in that nature, but now you're not. You are in boss mode. You're feeling independent. You are absorbing the vibes of someone who's like just extremely independent, but yeah, humble, might add. So it's looking good for you. Like you are in your divine feminine mode. You've leveled up. The next card that I got is the Ten of Wands in reverse. So the Ten of Wands in reverse lets me know that you might, because you are in your boss mode, like you're like doing your thing, you might be pushing yourself a little too hard. So, just it's just like a warning to like just pace yourself. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do everything within one day or 1 week or even a month, even within the a span of 6 months, because I mean like whatever you're like cooking up, whatever you're working on, it's not a rush. So, you know what I mean? So like don't rush the process. Take it easy on yourself, don't do too much because I feel like I'm getting like the vibe of like if you do too much, eventually you're gonna either burn out and you're not gonna wanna like, you're gonna have to take like a lot of time off versus just pacing yourself and doing like, you know, a little at a time, like just like little bits of things at a time, and you'll reach your goal no matter what. So the third card I got is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords let me know that when you do decide to pace yourself and go at it in a way where, you don't have to feel like you're rushing and you're not going to like go into, you know, breakdown mode, like, you know what I mean? Like where you're going to be like, well, I now have to take a break because now I feel like exhausted. The Ace of Swords is telling me like if you do take baby steps, you are going to be successful at what you are whatever you're doing, whatever you're planning on doing, whatever you're cooking up. I feel like even if you and this is going to sound kind of like weird, but even if you do too much, I'm sorry, even if you do too much and you do experience some type of like burnout, I feel like you're still going to be successful like no matter what, but you're not going to enjoy the success as much as if you were to just pace yourself, you know what I mean? Because you're not really in no immediate rush. The next card that I got is the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit in reverse lets me know that I don't know if it has anything to do with like the quarantine, or maybe just being used to like just like being like maybe like you're like so independent at this point in life, and that maybe like you just don't, you could be in a relationship or maybe, maybe not. I feel like you are like being like you're kind of antisocial right now. Like you don't allow a lot of people in to your space. So I mean like honestly, like I feel like, I'm like one of those people where I love being alone, but being alone by yourself too much, it can kind of like start taking a toll on you. So, I would say just try like getting out into the sunshine more. Just like try like grounding yourself a lot more. Like, so like if you're like meditating and you're meditating indoors a lot, like try meditating outside. Try going out to like the parks. Try going for a walk, but be safe about it because, you can't just like randomly like go out and by yourself. But like, you know what I mean? Like invite your favorite person along, you know what I mean? Someone who like is like maybe high vibe as high vibing as you know what I mean, if if that's possible, and other than that, like, yeah, I think you should at least try to socialize a lot more with people, or if not, just go out and get some fresh air, get some sunshine, even if it's in like your backyard, front yard, whatever your situation is. I would literally try to get like as much just like a hour or two of like some sun rays coming into your life, because it's a beautiful thing, and you'll feel the difference. And you might be like what did they call it, introvert, but it won't hurt to say hi to a couple of people along the way, and just try to be a little bit more out there, though, you know what I mean, if that makes sense to you. The next card I got is the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles lets me know that you are working on something. I feel it. Like, I feel like you might be working on a project. You might be working on opening up a business. Maybe you might already have a business and you're trying to add to it. You're trying to add new ideas to it. You're trying to expand it. You could be trying to collaborate with others. So, um, if the Hermit card, like, you got the Hermit card in reverse, if someone wants to collaborate with you, of course, do your research about them before you go into that, before you go down that road. But if it looks good, you know what I mean, collaborate. You never know where this might get you, you know what I mean, as far as like being in collaboration with someone. I mean, you never know. Just do your homework. But yeah, I do see like with the Three of Pentacles, something's cooking up. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's gonna be successful because of the Ace of Swords card. You know what I mean? And like, I think like when you collaborate with people, it gets you out there into the world, kind of like you networking. You know what I mean? You're networking, and you know, there whoever you are collaborating with, you can gain exposure from them, and they can gain exposure from you, vice versa, whatever. So yeah, I do see that, you know what I mean? So like you might get an opportunity where you get to collaborate with someone, and like you guys might have like similar businesses or something, like, um in the same you know category. Like you might, like, let's just say for example, like you might be a tarot reader and someone is a I don't know, they might have like a spiritual shop or some sort, and they might want to like collaborate with you, or they might have a blog on spirituality and they might want to feature you on their blog because you're a tarot reader or astrologer or whatever the case may be. I feel like it'll be like a really good look for you if you go down that route. So try not to be antisocial, and like I said, like get out in the sun more, keep an open mind to opportunities that might come towards you, and I feel like it would be definitely a good look. So the last card I got is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is telling me, Divine Feminine, that you're kind of like indecisive about something. I don't know if it's whatever step, like what would be like your next step. So maybe you don't like working with people. Maybe you don't like working in a group setting. Maybe you feel like you can do this all on your own. And I feel like you can, but it'll be a lot harder. You know what I mean? Like going back to the Ten of Wands in reverse, doing too much on your own. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll be a good thing for you to try to bring someone into this, whatever you have working on, whatever project you have working on. You know what I mean? Like I say tarot and astrology, but it could be anything. You could be doing makeup and somebody wants to collaborate with you, and that person does hair. You know what I mean? I mean, just think outside of the box. You never know um what type of opportunity or what type of situation you are in, or what kind of career you have going on. You never know what that can bring you. You know what I mean? So like I said, like you're being indecisive right now. You're like, well, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. But I mean, it looks like you should. You know what I mean? Like you should take a chance. But like I said, do your research on this person and on this person's company and whatever they have going on, because you don't want to just go and blindfold it. Hint, hint. She's blindfolded on something just because someone's telling you, like, yeah, my business is popping. I got a lot of clientele. I got my thing going on. You know what I mean? Like, do the research, like Google their business, look at their reviews. What are people saying about them? That's a smart move. You know what I mean? Because I mean, after all, like I said, you don't want to, like, if you have a new business, you don't want to collaborate with someone who has bad reviews. You know what I mean? Who's just like not even like just saying, "Oh yeah, I have a business." Like, because anybody could say they have a business, but you don't know what type of business they have. Number one. Number two, you don't know if they're even putting in the work into their business. So, yeah, I do see a little bit of indecisiveness, and again, that correlates heavy with the hermit in reverse. So I get it. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, do your homework. Like, don't just let anyone approach you on some you want to collaborate. You know what I mean? Because they might see something in you that they think they can gain from. If this is a person who's just like gonna waste your time, so like, yeah, don't have anyone waste your time. So like, yeah, of course, like, do your homework, you know what I mean, on whoever approaches you and whoever has a business, whatever. So divine feminine, I hope this resonates with you, and I really do see some good stuff going on in the cards. And like I said, like with the hermit in reverse, I am concerned about that. So like I said, like, get out, get into the sunshine, no matter where you are, even if it's on your front porch, your backyard, wherever it is. If you have a dog or a cat, I know like cats don't really like going out, but I don't know what your situation is with if you do have an animal, I don't know what your situation is with your animal. But if you do have like some type of pet, like, walking them maybe a little bit further than you usually do. If it's a dog, get out into the sunshine, like, enjoy the sunlight, ground yourself, meditate. You know what I'm saying? Like, get into the groove, because I feel like you have a lot of stuff, a lot of possibilities coming up. Because the first card that I pulled is the Queen of Swords, which is a very independent person. So you might not feel like that right now, but I do see that for you in your future if you continue and be consistent. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you are in boss mode. You might not have everything going right now, but I do see that again, like, in your future. So, again, I'm the Super High Priestess, and I hope you have a blessed day.